big tent parties that were pushed aside from this round two in a very unusual way, and because we know that this is a key election, but there's a crucial election, parliamentary election, in the next 2 months.
That's right. We'll be at the halfway point of voting when the clock strikes 8 p.m. here in Paris, which is just in a few seconds' time. You're watching France 24. Emmanuel Macron re-elected president of France.
Emmanuel Macron, 58.2%. Marine Le Pen, 41.8%. Emmanuel Macron made history in 2017 by becoming the youngest president ever elected. He makes history again tonight by being the first president re-elected with a sitting majority in parliament. The margin is smaller than 5 years ago when he won 2/3 of the vote versus 1/3 for Marine Le Pen, but this is still a major victory for the president. Obviously, as we've discussed before, his presidency will now hinge on whether he can obtain a majority in the legislative elections scheduled in June. This is what he did in 2017. It will be really key for him to be able to do that again this year, but a clear victory for Emmanuel Macron tonight.
A clear victory for Emmanuel Macron tonight, and you're watching live scenes from the foot of the Eiffel Tower. As Mark was saying, Macron, the first president to be re-elected in 2 decades. France 24's Delano de Souza is in the crowd. Delano.
A lot of cheering, very happy people here. Clearly that Emmanuel Macron has secured a second term in office. He has become the fourth president in the history of the Fifth Republic to secure that second term in office. I'm here with one of Emmanuel Macron's supporters, Fabrice.
Yeah, hello.
How are you feeling?
Very happy today. We won. We have a good president for 5 more years. So I guess it's a good chance for France.
Do you think Emmanuel Macron will succeed in convincing people who voted for the extreme right and the extreme left in the first round that he is going to be the president for all of France? That's going to be a challenge for him.
Yeah, I think, because, he cannot be elected anymore. So he has 5 years to convince and to, like a team, to work with everybody. Because now he won't think anymore for a re-election. So he has 5 years to do what he wants to do really now.
But he has to think about the future of his party.
Sorry?
He has to think about the future of La République En Marche.
Yes, but step by step, Okay. Step by step, yeah.
And are you going to wait till the president speaks later tonight?
Yes, maybe he's come in 1 hour, maybe. He'll be coming in 1 hour, and it's going to be a big feast. Everybody's happy now tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There you hear it. So another one of Emmanuel Macron's supporters. The crowd here is going to stay late into the night. I assume it's going to be pretty festive as the night continues, and when we will be expected to hear from Emmanuel Macron, who will be speaking here just under the Eiffel Tower in about an hour or so.
58.2% is our initial Ipsos estimate. Delano de Souza at the foot of the Eiffel Tower, where Emmanuel Macron will speak when he leaves the Élysée Palace to make his way from the right bank to the left bank of the Seine for what will be, Mark Perlman, a victory speech.
Yes, a victory speech, a concession speech will be given, however, by Marine Le Pen, and we can now cross to Florence Villeminot, who is at Marine Le Pen's headquarters in Western Paris. Florence, the mood, I imagine, a bit sad around you.
Absolutely. Lots of long faces at the Rassemblement National's party here. You can see behind me the screens. A big crowd of supporters had gotten there right as that countdown happened. They counted down 10, 9, 8, and then when the result came in that Emmanuel Macron had won, big gasp in the crowd, and then boos when that final result came on up. But then I just spoke to some of the supporters behind me. They say, look, you know, it's progress compared to 2017. Marine Le Pen did better in the second round. So they say there's, you know, this is progress for Marine Le Pen. And now, of course, we're going to be waiting for Marine Le Pen to come down and give her concession speech. And there are going to be many questions that are up for, you know, we need to know what's next for Marine Le Pen. She said this was going to be her last run for president. What's going to be next for her in her political career? What's going to be next for the party, of course, because the next big elections are going to be the parliamentary elections in June. Everyone has their eyes set on that because currently the Rassemblement National has just a handful of MPs within the 577 MPs in the French lower house of parliament. And a lot of people here say it's high time that there was better representation for the party in parliament. So everyone's eyes are now turned, once they lick their wounds, of course, all eyes will be turned to the next step, which is going to be those parliamentary elections. Will there be some sort of an alliance with Éric Zemmour, the other far-right candidate? If you look at the results of the first round, the far right between the Rassemblement National and Éric Zemmour represents 30% of the vote. That's huge. And so that's really, those are the questions that are going to be next for the Rassemblement National. And Marine Le Pen as well, what is her plan for the party? She managed to bring it from the fringe into the mainstream. Is she going to have some sort of a supportive role for the party? Will she run again, even though she said she hasn't? All these questions are things that we're going to be looking out for when Marine Le Pen gives her concession speech. But right now, lots of long faces here at the Rassemblement National. There is an open bar, so I imagine some people will be drowning their sorrows in that open bar while we wait for Marine Le Pen to come and speak.
Florence Villeminot, thank you very much. Marine Le Pen scoring 41.8% of the votes, according to our estimates. That's 7 points more than 5 years ago, but still not enough to win the presidency, François.